matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Longhorns ready to kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Cornhuskers offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And you'll remember the last time these two clashed, it wound up being a tight one right to the...
And you know it's always going to be emotional, David. There's so much trash talking in rivalry games like this. These two teams, these two fan bases absolutely hate each other, and they let each other know about it all game long, even before the game.
And that's what makes it so much fun to cover. Who can manage their emotion, not get those dumb penalties, like be really locked in, dialed in, not let all the outside noise affect their play.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Look out! Turns it upfield. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. For the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know, receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it.
Snags it, and there's running room. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Big on big, man on man, and the defense wins on fourth down. The Longhorns offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop it?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And it just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. You're like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure. And because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes. And so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. Takes it the other way. He takes it in. Touchdown, Huskers. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
From deep, it's Anderson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. He's taking the shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Gets the back moving. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Out wide left, it's Hawkins. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Hawkins. At midfield, he's got room. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. The Longhorns are flying down the field. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
Jekyll and Hyde for this offense and for this quarterback, right? Pick six on the last drive. You saw on the sidelines the coach is talking to him, really trying to pick his spirits up. I don't know what they said to him, but whatever it was, it worked because this drive is looking really good here by the offense. And what a beautiful throw there by the quarterback.
Makes a catch, and he will score! Touchdown, Longhorn! The extra point here would tie the game, and the extra point is good. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
And the Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Keeps the plate, and the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
Keeping his eyes downfield. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. The Cornhuskers will bring the punt team onto the field. Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Bevo is a ground-based animal, and he has to like what he's seeing right now from this running game.
Yeah, the beef up front doing their job, creating some holes, making some alleys, get those running backs. I think Texas, when you can pound the rock and you can use your big guys up front, you can win a lot of football games.
The short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
He's changing the play. Back to pass on second down. He'll pull it down. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on second and long.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. Just gets rid of that one.
Man, this defense is dialed in. Already forced one interception, had a chance right there to get another one. Everything this offense does so far, they are reading it, breaking on it, and making some plays.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Takes the easy throw in the flat. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll send the back in motion. On third down, he drops to throw. Right side, it's Hawkins. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. And the Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Hold and fire complete. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Handoff again. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Right at the line. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
He's going to fire deep. Goes high to pull it in. He's loose on the left. Touchdown, Nebraska. Once he got some room, it was over.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. To the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. 2nd down to the air. Rush is on. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. The officials blow the whistle to stop play. There is a Longhorn shaken up. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide right, it's Hawkins. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Fresh set of downs going to the air. Fires to the big fella. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Sees a crease. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in a lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football? Really nice play design, a little misdirection. The defense didn't know what hit them. Big gain for the offense.
Drops back on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He's got him this time. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Longhorn! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he makes the extra point. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ives. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Sees an alley. Makes a man miss. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Second down, going to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Good coverage to knock that pass away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. Hunt is on its way. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They'll need a bunch on second down. The give, it's Hawkins. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. And the Longhorns come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Powers inside. Turns it on in midfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And that is such great execution by this offense. Third down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the first down, you chew up a bunch more yards, too. Nice execution by this offense.
Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Third down play from the gun. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Cannot pick up the first down, but a field goal would give them the lead here late in the second quarter. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Nestled just inside that right upright. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with the Temple Owls, taking on the number 13 team, the Pitt Panthers. And it's Temple with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. And maybe, just maybe, this win helps them turn their season around. They get back to 2-3 on the year. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Now back over to your game at DKR in Austin. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback changing the play. Trying to slip through and pick it up. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play. Looking for the marker. And nothing doing on the ground. This defense having none of it and stopping him on fourth down.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! They take the lead with the 6.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands.
Number 27, set to kick it away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. You decide.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Wants to go up top on second down. Turns up, it's Hawkins. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw one first. Left side is Hawkins. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Using his legs, it's Hawkins. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. He'll try to get to the marker himself. There he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the 1st.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quarterback signaling to his guys. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Here comes the heat. And he avoids the sack.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Motion from the wideout. Needs it here on 4th down. Moving out to the right. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. Changing the routes with his receivers. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Inside the 15. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. They're all over him. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their 1st. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. This time they'll throw it. Back's got it on the screen. Touchdown, Texas! And look what we've got going here. A top 10 team that is teetering after giving up that score. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Pulled and finds his man on the left. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Nice way to knock that one down.
Yeah, and those in-breaking routes with the quarterback and the receiver have to be really dialed in, really trustworthy because you're throwing to the middle of the field with so many hands. Nice job by the defense breaking on the football and taking that in away.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Rush right in his face. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down. And the Huskers send out the punt unit. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. Looks it in. He's got great speed. Can they catch him? You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Fresh set of downs going up top. Grab behind the line. It's Walker. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Flips it out in the flat. Oh, he's got it! Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
See some running room. He's past the marker. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last 2 plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Off play action on first down. Under pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with the sack.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Fires downfield. Just had to get rid of it.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He's going to take off. That slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be fourth down.
Defensively, the more speed you have on the field, the better. Not just to cover wide receivers, but when the QB does this and scrambles outside of the pocket, now you got guys that have really good speed going to catch a quarterback, an athletic quarterback at that. Really nice job by the...
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Husker!
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? Fourth down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Pulls it, looking for a crease. Breaks into the open. He's at the 50. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. This team unranked at the moment, but if they could pull off this top 10 upset, they might find themselves in the polls shortly. Wide receiver comes in motion. Handoff to the lone back. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
2nd down to the air. Got his man down the middle. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. So tough to avoid these mid-season lulls. You come in ranked in the top 10 and you find yourself in a lot of trouble. They'll move the wide receiver. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, gonna throw it. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Now it's up to the defense to put this game on ice with a few minutes left to play. He'll pull it on the read. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep 3rd downs manageable for this offense.
Running inside. It's Ives. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. The Cornhuskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Line getting set on 2nd down. From the gun. Looking left. Finds his man. It's Nelson. Shakes a man, and he might take off. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Big fella showing some ability. Got away from one tackle. Defense lucky they had a few more there to help.
Yeah, he's not a big stiff. He's not a blocking tight end. This guy can do some work out in the open field as well, and he showed you his athleticism.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Timeout called on defense. 2:05 remaining on the clock, so they're hoping to save a few seconds once we get to the 2-minute mark. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
If they can pay off this third and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. From the gun, wants to pass. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. Huge field goal attempt could tie the game, and he'll have to make it through ear-splitting noise.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field. Coming out with it, it's Anderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Who could ask for anything more? Coming down the gut of the game, and maybe one of those moments that will be etched in the annals of this rivalry forever. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking for running room. All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Wants to go up top on second down. Going over the top. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Making the adjustment on the play. Motion from the back. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to escape and get it himself. Turning it on! Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Fresh center downs going to the air. They're working that left side.
What a great job by the quarterback working through his progressions here. In a 2-minute situation, he doesn't force it down the field if it's not open. Check it down to your back, let him go to work, and he comes up with a huge play.
And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight, it's close, tied here in the fourth quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have back.
Snapped it, they'll throw to start the drive. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide left, it's Nelson. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Nelson. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll ride him again. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Seconds.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Number 27, set to kick this one away.
And he's going to bring this one out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. Drops back on first down. He's got it. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt a little more if you lose.
They do, and that's a fact, and every player will tell you that. There are some games that are highlighted before the season that this game matters more, and it's not that the other ones don't matter. It's just that the hate runs so deep for some of these rivalries and some of these kids that grew up across the street from each other that went to different schools, Jesse. You can feel it.
David, you're absolutely right. And I wonder, because it was a rivalry game, did the losing team get a little overhyped? It just looked like they were pressing too much in this football game. They made too many... Bye.